Okay, what an exciting day it is for us. The Criminal Enterprise. That's what the DLC is called. And don't be disappointed. It's not just an add-on to one DLC. It's an add-on to many DLCs. This is what the whole theme is. They're adding on to a lot of DLCs. And I've already seen the trailer. Obviously, I couldn't resist looking at it. I'm not going to do a first impression. And I must say, it is glorious. I don't think they're disappointed on this one. But then again, we'll have to wait till it comes out. But let's quickly look at the trailer. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have already seen the trailer. I'm just going to put it on mute because I don't want, obviously copyright. So the first scene we see here. Now, from what I've seen, this looks like the Riviera, 1985 Buick Riviera. And I'm just going to Google that. Now, this is what I think it is. Now, I'm not very educated on a lot of American cars. It looks quite close to the Riviera. Now, alongside the Riviera, you can see a Sentinel. Now, what's Sentinel Classic, sorry. And what's different about this Sentinel? It's got Benny's wheels. And if we look at the side, there's definitely new liveries. So we can now Benny's customize the Sentinel Classic, and we might be able to do a wide body on it. Now there, it's just the first car scene, and we've seen quite a lot, no pun intended. So yeah, let's carry on. And yeah, here we don't really see much. I've scanned the whole thing. You don't really see much. Here it's just talking about how, the gas prices are high relative to real life. And yeah, we'll pause it right here. As you can see, this is very, very interesting to me. There's a dealership, and the luxury autos, it seems like it's open. And we can see through the glass. And we don't just see a normal Turismo R. This is not a normal Turismo R. This Turismo R has an FXXK spoiler. So it's very, very hard to see there. But there's an FXK spoiler. So I'm guessing that the Turismo R will be a HSW upgrade. It could be a Benny's upgrade, but I think it's very, very relative to be a HSW. It just looks like a HSW upgrade. It's crazy. They brought a lot of Ferraris out. Probably didn't think that they're going to add to the Turismo R, but they have. Now here, we see an Audi e-tron GT, and yeah, it just looks great. Yeah, and the Audi e-tron GT, if you don't know, is like a sports / supercar. That's electric. Electric 4-door. You can see it's got 4 doors. Yeah, so you can drive around with your friends, and I'm guessing this is going to have the same power as the Cyclone 2. That's what I'm guessing. And yes, something I predicted as well. And I did say it was going to be quite easy for them to add because it's got the Cyclone. It just can have the Cyclone 2 handling. Now, the next scene is this truck. Now, I didn't really know what it was. I did a bit of Googling, and it looks like the Chevy concept truck. So it was called the Chevy Storm, and it was a concept truck, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Now, this is what I got from Google. And yeah, it looks very similar actually. The body styling, the way everything looks, the light bar at the top, it's very similar. It's just the different lights we've got, which is also something that's very striking to me, that these lights are not normal GTA lights. They look like LEDs, but yeah, I think that might just be me that's interested in that. And then right at the back there, I'm trying to pause it on it, but it's very hard to see. This could just be the Neo, or it could be a new Aston Martin or a new Ferrari. It's very hard to see. I'm not going to, predict something on this kind of glance. As you can see, the lights dazzling. It's very hard to see. So if we carry on going through the trailer, we've just got some scenic stuff from kind of businesses. And it looks like, from what it seems, is we're going to be II agents stopping. We're not going to be the bad guys for once. We're going to be stopping the bad guys. Now here, from the back, we can see the new Countach, and we've got a new car there, but we'll get a better shot of this later when I back out of this video, which is the Mercedes Sterling Moss. And yeah, the back of the Countach looks really, really good. From what I see, it looks kind of identical to the Countach. Like, I can't see the lights here, but yeah, another car that I predicted. Now, something I couldn't have predicted is that new Sterling Moss, but we can see another car right in the next frame. Yeah, very, very easy to tell. The new R8, a lot of people are going to be so happy with that. The new R8 is in the game, and it actually looks quite stunning. They look like they've done quite a good job. It does look a bit too boxy and a bit too early 2000s video gamey, but yeah, it's also, if we'll see the front in a second, I've already seen the trailer. But as you can see, there we go. Looks really good. To me, it seems very, very interesting. But yeah, here's a few other scenes to do with this heist. And I'm guessing we can choose what side we want to be on. If we want to be in the IAA, or we want to be the people who are robbing these containers. I'm not 100% sure on how the story is going to lay out, but we will get into some information on the Rockstar Newswire. Now, as you can see here, we've paused it on the injection. And the injection looks like it's fully kitted out here. I don't know what this is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a Benny's car or a Armani Tech car. There are 2 new Armani Tech cars. I don't know which one it's going to be, but it looks crazy. Look at the size of the rear tire on this thing. Look at the proportion of it. It's a hot rod, of course. But yeah, this does not look like no simple build. They've done a lot to the injection. But yeah, that seems very interesting. It seems weaponized. It's getting chased by an APC with online players in there. And then here we've got a B11 scene. We've got drones. Here we don't get much except the fact that that new Chevy truck, it seems like there's a lot of them. I don't know if this is going to be a new race. It seems like it's going to be a new off-road race. And Cayo Perico as well, which is very, very interesting. What is it? Are we doing an off-road challenge in Cayo Perico? Can we do more in Cayo Perico? Is there actually going to be stuff to do there? That seems very likely with this picture. And then if we stop at this scene, we've got the car that everyone wanted in the game, the Camaro ZL1. It's not really a ZL1, but I'm guessing you can spec it out to be one. And it's another car that I predicted. And yeah, it's been a long time coming. It does show that, you know, Rockstar are listening. Rockstar do care. The amount of hate we give to Rockstar, and they actually do produce quite a lot, actually. Should all be happy with what's coming. I outlined most of the cars in this. I didn't really talk much about all the other stuff, but there's a lot of information about the other stuff in the description. Now, if we refresh the page and we look back at the trailer thumbnail, you can see there's a Sterling Moss. He looks quite close to an actual one. We've got the Countach there. We can see the doors, the way the doors open, of course. And yeah, you can see, you know, scenes from a lot of DLCs. Cayo Perico, Nightclub, Criminal Enterprise. There's going to be a lot of things from a lot of DLCs. So I'm going to get to the more important parts of these. I can be here forever reading this out, but I'm not going to talk about GTA, talking about how the gas prices have gone up. I'm going to talk about the things that are quite relevant. So it says here that the prices have got the attention of the IAA, who suspect, you know, corruption. Someone's rigging the system in their favor. So I'm guessing we're going to be a part of the IAA. We're going to be suspecting why, you know, the gas prices have gone up, and then we're going to try and solve the problem. And it seems like we can choose the opposite side as well. We can be the robbers who are corrupt. So it says there's going to be expansion to business prospects for criminal careers, plus new contact missions. Yeah, stuff that we care about, but it's not as much as some other stuff. So there's more experience improvements, they're saying, and you've got different ways of climbing up the criminal ranks. There's going to be one or more choices you can do certain things, I'm guessing, the missions in the game. With new modes, vehicles, collectibles, and special events dropping all summer long. So yeah, there it is, drip feed. There's going to be drip feed coming in throughout the whole summer. Not exciting news. I would want to see a lot of them at once, but you know, that's how it's worked. Including new showroom floors where players can test drive or simply purchase. So you can walk to these new showrooms, you can test drive the car before you buy it. You can, this sounds crazy. This, yeah, it reminds me of RP, where you can go into a showroom. Yeah, that is major. That is a big change. So this is another new paragraph saying that, you know, there's different ways of expanding your business now, and yeah, you can do this in invite only, crew and friends. That is a lot of information if you want to pause and read it, and it only says very little detail. Here we've got a picture. We can see a Banshee in the background. Nothing really car related here. I don't know if these are new suits. There's so much clothing in the game now that I wouldn't know. To own executive office will notice new staff members. Loop ready to source additional cargo that arrive outside your warehouse. Plus 2 new sources of special cargo that will be added to the mix of source missions, increasing the variety of missions available to white-collar criminals. So here it looks like Arena War. I don't see anything new in this picture. I think they're just adding loads of pictures that shows, you know, this DLC. It's like more of a GTA upgrade. It's a bit of everything. Okay, bikers will be getting a custom bike shop. So I'm guessing this is going to be the same as the auto shop, where you can modify clients. So instead of doing cars, modifying cars and delivering them, you're doing the same thing but with motorcycles. So a big upgrade there as well. But with the size of this DLC, it's crazy how they've advertised it. They didn't advertise this as a massive DLC, but it does seem like it is very, very big. Way bigger than the, you know, the Cayo Perico one, where they promised the biggest DLC ever. So there's 2 new resupply missions for gun runners, and you'll be able to call Agent 14 from the road to increase their research progress by sourcing data from the well-armed mark. Right, there is a lot of information, and I'm sorry, I don't want to, you know, bore people. People are not going to watch the whole of this video anyway. I'm going to get to the paragraphs which kind of interest me and I think my audience. Here it talks about how you can go undercover as an IAA agent, and yeah, you can just be an undercover agent. Again, you can read that if you want. But the more interesting part that I'm interested in is get behind the new wheels. There will be plenty of new ways to cut route between point A, B, criminal enterprise with the new vehicles arriving through this summer and beyond. So yeah, drip feed. 2 new Armani tech vehicles. Yeah, that's really all it says. Here is the back of that e-tron. You can definitely tell it's an e-tron now. And yeah, it looks very close to the real one as again. There will be also new tuners vehicles. It doesn't tell us how many. And Benny's original motorworks. So we got tuners and Benny's. And yeah, you could see that from some of the pictures. Meanwhile, Hayo is keen to get some more work done on existing classics. So that's pretty cool. The Turismo R. I don't know if it means classics by actual classics or GTA classics as in the original cars. Brand new ride coming this summer for those on the latest generation consoles. Plus an assortment of new deeper customizations on server OG vehicles. Okay, so they define their OG vehicles as actually OG vehicles, some of which you may have already owned, that will give them a new look and lease of life. A lot of you probably paused it there where it talks about new generation of consoles, but I think that is only the HSW upgrade. So it says Hayo is keen on getting work done to existing classics with and brand new ride coming later this summer for those on the latest generation of consoles. So only the HSW. Now that's clearly what it says on there, and that should be correct. Only HSW vehicles. So here it is, the reduction in effectiveness of the oppressor. This is an area where it's just talking about what they've changed, little stuff they've changed. Yeah, the oppressor is less effective with missiles and countermeasures. An easier way to replenish health is available when you're on foot, so you can eat snacks quicker. Criminal Enterprise will also introduce several changes to the economy. So they'll, in races and everything, you'll get higher payouts for the original heist and the Doomsday heist. Wow. Bigger payouts for bodyguards, associates, for MC members. So it just seems like they're doing bigger payouts for nearly everything. Look out for more detailed new game play balancing changes in Rockstar Newswire. It's launching on the 26th, if no one already got that. And it will be on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, and One as well. So, and PC. So yeah, it's going to be for everyone. Don't worry. It's just not going to be the HSW cars. And yeah, hopefully all that was informative. Now, in my opinion, this is probably the biggest DLC we're going to have. And I don't think, because Rockstar are, I think, ashamed of when they did the Kyo one and everyone was disappointed where they said it's going to be the biggest, and they hyped it up so much. So I think they didn't hype it up as much this time. But, you know, it is a crazy, crazy big DLC. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like. It really helps me out a lot. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you do have a nice day. See you guys in the next one.